Welcome back to Rodu. I'm Rodu, and today we're talking about nutrition. Susan Devaraj is joining us today to bring you her 5 tips for fueling up properly before your performance. Check it out.
My name is Susan Devaraj, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist. When you train or perform, the fuel that you get from the food that you eat provides the energy that you need to perform your best. As you develop as an athlete, what you eat before, during, and after your workouts becomes even more important. Today, I have 5 tips for pre-performance fuel. These tips are designed to help you feel better and perform better. By getting the right energy at the right time, you'll be able to push harder in your workouts and get the most out of what you're doing. While these tips are designed for pretty much any kind of workout, anything that's going to include a cardio or high-intensity component, these are even more helpful. Tip number 1, you need to eat before you perform, no matter what. This is especially important if you're used to working out first thing in the morning and you're in the habit of skipping breakfast. Your body is constantly using energy, all day and all night. That means to fuel even your most basic functions like breathing, digesting your food, and keeping your heart beating, that's all using energy. And the longer you go without eating, the more of your energy stores your body is going to use up. So while you may feel like you're performing your best, chances are you're actually not. That's why getting an easily digestible, readily usable form of energy right before you work out is going to be so important. It's going to prolong the time until you need to use your energy stores. Tip number 2, the closer you get to your workout or competition, the easier to digest your fuel should be. You can have a meal as your pre-performance fuel, but you'll want to make sure it's something you can tolerate to avoid having an upset stomach and feeling sluggish. Everyone's a little different with what they can tolerate. Some people might feel like they could only have something like a piece of toast within an hour of their workout, or maybe not eat anything at all and have to get their calories from something that they drink. Some people might feel like they can eat 4 tacos and perform totally fine, though chances are those tacos are actually slowing them down. I would recommend planning a balanced meal about 3 to 4 hours before your planned competition or training session. Within that window of 3 to 4 hours, you want to avoid foods that are too high in protein, fat, or fiber because these nutrients they take a little bit more work for your body to break down, which means that they're not providing the readily usable energy that you would get from a simple carbohydrate. Tip number 3, if you won't be eating a meal within 1 to 2 hours before your workout or competition, you'll need to have a snack. And again, you'll want to choose something that's easy to digest and primarily carbohydrate. If you work out first thing in the morning, maybe try having something like a banana, an English muffin, or a glass of orange juice that provides about 30 grams of carbohydrate. If you work out in the evening, which is when I usually do most of my training sessions, you'll have a little bit more flexibility in what you can choose. I personally choose to have something like a piece of fruit like an apple or a pear, a glass of milk, about 8 ounces, and maybe something like crackers or another simple carbohydrate, and that works for me. But again, you'll want to make sure to choose something that you can tolerate. Tip number 4, keep snacks in your work, school, or workout bag just in case. This way you'll always have something with you in case you don't have the chance to grab a snack that maybe you were planning to take. I'll give you an example of a recipe here that's going to provide that quick, readily usable carbohydrate, and it's pretty tasty, pretty simple as well. So for this recipe, I've got 1/8 of a cup of dried blueberries. Pour that into my little to-go Tupperware here. 1/4 of a cup dried cranberries, 1/8 of a cup of cocoa almonds. Natural almonds are fine. Any other kind of nut would also be fine. Cocoa almonds just add a little bit of flavor. And some cereal. So the dried fruit and the cereal, this is providing your carbohydrate. Mix it all up, and you got it ready to go. And this snack mix is going to provide, in these proportions, about 320 calories. It's going to give you about 60 grams of carbohydrate, which is going to be great for you to have about an hour before you work out. Also gives you some protein and some fat, so you'll have some sustained energy. And tip number 5, don't forget to stay hydrated. Bring a water bottle with you and make sure you drink throughout the day. This way, your body will always be performing most efficiently. That's why hydration is important. This is especially important if you live in a warmer climate or if you're the type of person that sweats a lot. For more balanced eating and sports nutrition information, check out my website and blog at sdrdnutrition.com. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Rodu newsletter for more nutrition tips from me every month, as well as tips from Rob and Jonah.